Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to more Tsukihime. Last time we left off having finished CL's good end, and now we are about to start AKIHA's route, which is like completely disconnected from like all like the Roa. Well, maybe not completely disconnected because AKIHA knows about Roa. Well, not about Roa, but about Shiki, other Shiki being alive. Yeah, but for it's pretty heavily a different somewhat different story. I don't know how it works. But yeah, let's get it started. Start from the beginning. Now, like with CL's route, I'm going to skip to the choices that I need to do to get onto AKIHA's route, because we've seen all this prologue and whatnot before. So it's pretty pointless to go through it again. So yeah. But yeah, from what I recall from CL, since his lesson at the end of CL Good End, it said to not go see CL, so head straight to the classroom. Which we've seen this before as well from Arkwood's route, so we'll skip to lunch. And we have to stay in our classroom, I believe. And then from there on, at night, we should have a choice to not go check out the dogs barking. Okay. From here, we eat lunch in class. I don't remember if we did eat lunch in class before. I don't think so, because I don't think we had the option to. So from here, I will yeah, I'll talk through it. It's lunchtime and the classroom starts to liven up. Some guys are dashing off towards the cafeteria, a group of girls are rearranging desks to form a table, and some students are calmly leaving the classroom, boxed lunches in hand. I watch them while I sit down in the milk and bread I bought. Sheesh, not much of an appetite as usual, huh, Tono? This guy in front of me being here is already a part of my daily routine, and I'm not about to start complaining now. But man, what's up with us just the two of us eating lunch together? What kind of meal goes unaccompanied by a beautiful blossom? You don't have any blossoms, why don't you join that group over there? I'm not gonna stop you. Idiot. It's gonna be so weird though not interacting with like CL. Like, I mean, we saw her, I mean, yeah, we see a little bit at the start of this, but not seeing her or Arkwood very much through these routes. It's gonna be weird. Idiot. When I say blossom, I mean a single beautiful blossom. Those girls are making a group out go. Wow, that's rude. They're poisonous rather than being beautiful. Alright. Arihiko's comment would have probably earned him some rocks thrown in his direction if the group of girls had heard him. Probably. It would have been deserved. Luckily, the girls in our class didn't hear his poisonous words. That's pretty harsh, Arihiko. I know you were a bad guy before, but haven't you been getting worse lately? You're surpassing merely bad and getting into deviant. I can't help it, can I? When there's a truly beautiful blossom in our school, my discerning eye grows more critical. Ha! So who is this beautiful blossom? That's a secret. I don't want more competition now, do I? Arihiko laughs with an ambitious smile spilling over his face. Right. As it's something I don't have, I'm a little impressed by his ability to express himself so frankly. And then, the person I just met comes in from the classroom door. Ah! With a boxed lunch in one hand, and there's no way I can mistake her. Hello, Tono-kun. Mind if I interrupt? It's fine, of course. Smiling, CL-senpai brings over a chair and sits down naturally. Senpai, are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt at all. Even her smiling reply troubles me. Wait, what? You said to come here at lunchtime, so I thought it'd be rude if it did not. true that I said that, but... what I intended to say was that she could come and I would take responsibility if she ended up being hurt. Yeah? Senpai? AKIHA slams the table with a bang as he stands up. Inoue-kun. Could it be that you and Tono-kun are acquainted? Are acquainted? Yeah, we're more than casual acquaintances. Tono and I have been friends since we were kids. Right, Tono? You could even say we were best friends. Sure. AKIHA makes a tight fist for emphasis. There's no room for agreement or disagreement. Oh, really? It is such a coincidence that you two are friends. It sure is. This bastard has such a calm face. I'm wondering just when did he start to get along with Senpai? AKIHA glares at me while laughing towards Senpai. Absent-mindedly, I wonder if that's what you call being well-rounded. Maybe. In the end, AKIHA forcibly convinces Senpai to stay for lunch. But she was already here for lunch Well, since she brought her lunch, perhaps that's what she had in mind in the first place. Oh, Inoue-kun, you live by yourself? Nah, I live with my sister. Our parents left us in charge of the house, so we naturally learned how to cook, that's all. AKIHA seems familiar with Senpai. He's able to talk to her more casually than I can. I've only met her a few times. By the way, Senpai, you said that you were called here by Tono. Did something happen? Yes, I ran into Tono-kun during the break. I wasn't hurt, but Tono-kun hit his head. And you came to see him because you became worried? Yes, that's about right. Senpai's voice is brisk and pleasant to listen to. Since listening is more interesting than talking, I keep silent. That's when AKIHA directs the conversation towards me. What's wrong, Tono? Running into someone. Don't tell me her Nemio is acting up again. AKIHA's voice betrays his deep concern about my health. No, it's not that. I was running to the office to deal with some details for me moving. That's when I ran into Senpai. Really? Well, I guess your carelessness was at fault. Yeah, I don't have to point it out, AKIHA. AKIHA folds his arms and nods in agreement to himself. Tono-kun, are you changing schools? Senpai suddenly outbursts almost hysterically. Really, why does she think I'm changing schools just because of that? I'm not changing schools, Senpai. I'm just changing my place of residence, so I filed the paperwork for a change of address. So that means you're gonna be living alone? No, I'm just going back to my real home. It's just that fancy place on top of the hill. I still can't quite believe it yet. Oh, could that possibly be the Tono Mansion? Senpai asks with some hesitation. The Western-style house on top of the hill is probably seen as something special to the residents of the town. I haven't been there for 8 years, but even in my memories, the Tono Mansion was ridiculously large. Yeah, that's right. I don't think it's the right place for me either, but it's too late now that I'm done moving. You don't seem too happy about it. It's not a particularly good or bad thing. I don't really understand it myself. Well, even if it is your house, it's been 8 years, right? I can understand if you're feeling restless. You'll probably feel like someone else's house for a while. I wonder if that's so. I haven't gone back yet, so I don't know. Well, I'm a bit relaxed, since I've always got a refuge at your place. Listen, I'm not impressed with how you come to stay at my house every time something bad happens. I like your personality trait, I'm not standing out, but I've hated how you always too reserved for a long time now. AKIHA strikes the table with a bang again. Well, everything AKIHA said is true, so there's no way to fight back. Tony-kun, does Tono-kun really stay at your house that often? Yeah, he does. That damn Tono was too reserved toward his parents, and he would come to my place every long vacation. He's reserved toward them because they're taking care of him. That's why he comes over to my place, where we conveniently have an empty room. Since he looks pretty decent, my sister took a liking to him, and he shamelessly comes to stay with us without paying a cent. Arihiko's fist trembles as if to say unforgivable. Taking care of Tono-kun? Ah. Arihiko clamps a hand over his mouth. Sorry. I should have thought before I spoke. It's okay. He didn't say anything wrong. I continue to eat my bread without looking at Arihiko. Really? Yeah, you're right. If you complain about that, you'll be in for some punishment. Arihiko nods to himself in agreement. His overwhelming optimism is something I'm truly envious of. Tono-kun, did you not get along with your previous family? No, that's not it. This guy had no problem with the Arimas. The Arimas were the family who took care of him. They're really nice people, and from what I could see, they're a happy family. Even so, he refused to be their adopted child, and he escaped to my place every vacation. Sheesh. Just what were you not satisfied with anyway? There's nothing I wasn't satisfied with. It's just that I've received so much from them already. I didn't want to be a further burden on them. I turn away. And all of a sudden, I realize Yumizuka's close by. Hi, Satsuki. What's up? Her eyes looks like she wants to say something, but it seems like she can't bring herself to intrude. What's wrong, Yumizuka-san? I leave Arihiko and Senpai and call out to Yumizuka. I have something to talk to you about. Is now a good time? Sure. Can we talk here? Yumizuka's eyes flicker towards Arihiko. It seems Yumizuka isn't good at dealing with Arihiko. Is it alright if we discuss this in the hallway? I don't mind. I'm leaving for a while, Arihiko. Waving to Arihiko and Senpai, I exit with Yumizuka into the hallway. So, what'd you want to ask me? I'm sorry if I'm wrong about this, but have you been walking around at night in the business district lately? No. This is new. Okay. So I guess, you know, that they talked about this. I guess because the two Shikis are attached, so I guess Roa can just go back and forth. So I guess at night he uses Shiki's body. No, that wouldn't make sense. I don't know. Huh? Business district? I rarely go there even in the daytime, let alone at night. Her question is so entirely off that I become interested instead. At night, you say? Around what time? From what I've heard, past midnight. Midnight? Then that rules it out completely. I occasionally go out to the business district at night to buy something, but I've never been out into the city that late before. That's definitely not me. My household's old-fashioned, so they've got a curfew at 7. You can't get in after that even if you cry. Since I don't want to have to camp outside, I try to my death to get home before 7. I'm up front and denying Yumizuka's question. She smiles happily. Yeah, I know. The Arima family's also the head of a style of tea ceremony. The head of a style... Okay. I mean, I know they're a tea family, but I didn't... Just that wording threw me off. That's right, it must be really strict for you, Tono-kun. Not so much strict as they like to tease me. Eh? Yumizuka-san, you seem to know quite a bit. Are you a student of it? No, I don't really know that much about tea ceremony. I have a friend who goes there, and she told me it was really strict. Hey, Nutai. Oh, but Yumizuka-san, how did you know I live with the Arimas? She's a stalker, man. I haven't even told anyone here at our high school. You've forgotten that we went to the same middle school together, haven't you? Yumizuka giggles as she speaks. Maybe we did. Eh? We went to the same middle school? I can't remember, so I can't say anything, but if that's true, then it wouldn't be odd if she knew I was interested in the Arimas. Yeah. Yumizuka-san, maybe, It's okay as long as it's not you, Tono-kun. Sorry for interrupting your lunch. Interrupting my words. Yumizuka Satsuki goes back into the classroom after saying this. I really hope Part 1 and Part 2 of the Suki remake get translations, man, because I want to play that Yumizuka route. Because, like, she is just so mysterious. Like, I don't know, maybe we'll find out a little more of what's going on in Hisui and Kohaku's route, but I imagine this is the last time we'll be sitting here in Akiha's route. Yo, is the conversation over? Yeah, it seems like she just got the wrong person. Hey, Arihiko. Yeah? Yumizuka went to our middle school. To say more, she was our classmate during our second and third year, and now in the second year of high school, making for 3 years in total. Huh? As if he knew my question, he answers he was eavesdropping. 100% he was eavesdropping. How did you know that's what I was going to ask? Because of that look on your face. But damn. I thought you were just ignoring her, but you actually didn't even notice her. She's really persistent. Or she's really persistent. Or maybe she's just eccentric. She's had to suffer a lot. Arihiko makes a difficult face and shrugs. What do you mean, as in suffered with Shiki not noticing her? Or... Interesting. I mean, that would make sense, because we get that whole tidbit of her seeing us out in the business district. So, of course, things would probably... no, that makes sense. Arihiko makes a difficult face and shrugs. Ah, I knew it. She's Tono-kun's girlfriend, right? What are you saying, senpai? There's no way that could be. I've never even had a proper conversation with her. No, there's no use hiding it. You two look like you get along very well. I'm a little jealous. What's making her so happy? CL, you can't just throw out those accusations, lady. Senpai looks at me with an excited expression. Maybe. You know, I think we've talked about this before, but like, is it possible for there to be like maybe a Fate VN remake ever with like a Taiga and Ilya route? Because they were supposed to have routes, weren't they? But they were cut because of like time constraints. I wonder if that would ever happen. I don't know. I think we've talked about this before, but I don't know. So senpai, Arihiko, you said something to this confused person here too. About what? I don't know what you and Yumizuka are up to. All I know is that you two were having a merry conversation this morning. Bro, you're our bro and you're just leaving us out to dry, huh? secret meeting at school in the morning. How bold of you, Tono-kun. Senpai is getting more and more worked up in an incomprehensible way. Well, whatever. After all, it doesn't matter to me if Senpai misunderstands. But you must simply be so blunt to her, Tono-kun. Mizuki-san looks kind of sad, doesn't she? You've got to give her more of your attention. Senpai lunch is going to end soon. Yes. See you later, Tono-kun. Inui-kun. Okay. Smiling, Senpai leaves her classroom. Yeah, it's either because she thinks she could use Satsuki as, like, a hostage to kill Shiki if he ends up being Roa, or she thinks it's like proof that maybe he's not Roa, and that she was wrong. I don't know. I feel a little exhausted. Tono, don't go after Yumizuka. Okay. Arihiko mumbles this with a stern face. Don't go after? Oh, maybe. Why? Listen, about Yumizuka. Despite her appearance, she's really shy and single-minded. She's not compatible at all with someone absent-minded like you. That kind of girl is dangerous to get really involved with. Yeah, I'm leaning towards Yandere, maybe even more so than Arkwid. I mean, well, Arkwid's very, like, minor Yandere, but actually, I don't even know if I'd say Arkwid's really. She just, you know, got a little pissed, you know. Alright, he goes back to his own seat. What is he talking about? It's not like I'm thinking of doing something with Yumizuka-san. I muttered to no one in particular and sit down in my own seat. Okay. The last class of the day ends. I don't feel like going to the mansion right away, so I just blankly stare out the window overlooking the school grounds. The classroom is dyed orange by the sunset. It's like red watercolor paint, and it hurts my eyes. I don't like red. It feels like it soaks it in and I want to throw up. Yeah, we've seen this before. So nice to be medical treatment. Wound on my chest, huh? The huge scar in the middle of my chest, hidden from view by my uniform. Now that I think about it, after that accident was when I started to see those lines. I'm able to forget them thanks to the glasses that Sensei gave me. But I think I would have completely gone mad if I never met her. Or died, you know, either or. Keiko-san, the person who had been my mother up until now, said when I left that the Tono household wasn't normal. No problem. I'm not a normal person myself. I'm something of a, freakazoid myself. Adjusting my crooked glasses, I pick up my bag. I can't stay in the classroom forever. Now then. I don't think this one matters. From what I remember, yeah, CL didn't mention it in the CL Sensei thing, so I think we can just go back. I don't have anything to do, so I hurry up and leave school. Come to think of it, I hadn't left the school by the main entrance since the entrance ceremony. I guess this will be the way to and from school from now on since I live in the mansion. Yeah, man. Leaving from the main gate, I come to the intersection that leads to the residential district. This is the point at which to pass the city in the residential district where the mansion is part. Oh, it's Tono-kun! Suddenly, I run into Yumizuka. Now, does the conversation with her change at all from staying in the classroom for lunch and getting that talk to the one we saw on Arkwood's route, or should I just skip it? Because if it's the exact same thing, then there's no point. Actually, wait, no, maybe I should do her conversation again, so she shows up more. Nah. It may have been because, oh well, this is different because we didn't see this before. It may have been because of CL Senpai's teasing, but I feel a little embarrassed. Yumizuka-san looks at me bewildered. Yumizuka-san? Is there something on my face? I was wondering what you're doing here, Tono-kun. Isn't your house in the other direction? Ah, well, it wasn't until yesterday, but I'm living somewhere else starting today. From now on, I'll be living at the place on top of the hill at the end of that residential district. Ah, so that's what you're talking about this morning. Yumizuka claps her fists in an open palm together in understanding. Well, all flattery aside, that gesture seems incredibly cute. Yeah, that's right. I guess there's no point hiding it from you since you already know. I'm leaving my guardians, the Arimas, and going back to my real house today. Your real house? You mean the Tono-san mansion? Yeah. I don't think it really suits me either. I see. You're really a prince on top of a hill after all. It was a secret only Inui-kun and I knew, but now I guess everyone's gonna find out. With a faint smile, Yumizuka casts her gaze into the distance. She looks out at the horizon as if looking at the Tono mansion off in the distance on top of the hill. But will you be alright? Even if it's your house, you've been away for 8 years, right? Aren't you afraid or worried? Yeah, I'm actually kind of uneasy. I never liked that mansion to begin with, and now it's going to feel like someone else's house too. But still, I can't lead a carefree life on my own and leave my sister AKIHA there all by herself. No matter how uneasy I am, I have to return to the mansion. In the end, it's still my home. I think it's only natural for me to go back. I see. Sorry for stopping you, Tono-kun. You must be in a hurry, right? No, not really. I was just having a stroll on the way home. I see. For some reason, Yumizuka looks downcast and falls silent. What's wrong, Yumizuka-san? Are you feeling sick? I break the silence, but she continues to stare downwards without raising her head. I can't just leave her there, so I continue to stand there looking at her. And then... Yeah, what is it? I'm going home along the same way as you until we reach the hill. Really? Then let's go together for part of the way. Eh? Yumizuka's eyes widen and she stands there stiffly for a moment. Yeah, you're right. We're going back the same way, so it wouldn't be strange for us to go together for part of the way, right? Oh, Satsuki. Satsuki, Satsuki, Satsuki. She says this all with an excessively cheerful voice and stands right beside me. Just at the right time, too. I'm not too familiar. Wrong person. Just at the right time, too. I'm not too familiar with the streets around here, so would you mind guiding me? Sure. Well, then let's go down the street. It's a back street that leads all the way to the street on the hill. I walk home while chatting with Yumizuka. Talking to Yumizuka isn't anything particularly special, but it is enjoyable in a peaceful kind of way. Despite what Arihiko has said, Yumizuka Satsuki has a gentle air about her, and I feel safe being around her. While we're talking, Yumizuka suddenly laughs as if she had remembered something. What is it all of a sudden? Did I say something funny? No, that's not it. It just says starting tomorrow I'll be taking the same route to school as you. She laughs, looking truly happy. That honest, smiling face is enough to make me happy as I watch her. didn't realize it up until now. Even putting her looks and mannerisms aside, Yumizuka Satsuki is kinda cute. Yeah? I'm slowly beginning to understand why the boys in our class had been so worked up over her for so long now. Our conversation ceases. I'm simply fascinated by Yumizuka's smile, and the two of us fall silent. Okay, this is just a random thought I had, but I'm actually kind of interested in, like, what Arihiko's deal actually is. Because why... Like, him saying that that Tono and her wouldn't be a good fit is just kind of random, isn't it? I don't know. I feel like there's more to Arihiko than meets the eye. I could be crazy. I probably am. I don't know. I'm simply fascinated by Yumizuka's smile, and the two of us fall silent. Without saying anything, we walk towards the residential district in the sunset. Suddenly... Hey, do you remember what happened during the winter vacation of our second year of middle school? Yumizuka murmurs. I tilt my head to one side. The winter vacation of the second year of middle school is when I had applied to stay for extra lessons at school, because I felt bad about staying at the Arimas. I remember it well enough, but I still don't understand why she asked me about it. Just I thought, someone like Tono-kun would never have remembered. Disappointed, Yumizuka's shoulders droop. There were 2 sports sheds at a middle school, remember? One was a new shed used by the big clubs, and the other one was an old one used by the smaller clubs like badminton. The old shed had a certain problem where the alignment of the door was bad, so there were often times when it wouldn't open. Old shed, that little concrete building at the back of the gymnasium? Ah, that shed. The one which I stopped using after some students got trapped inside. Yeah, that's the one. The students were second years from the badminton club. Ah! Yeah, something like that did happen. It was early in the new year on a cold winter's day. The first 3 days of the new year having passed, I had applied for extra lessons and requested to be staying on Dharmas, yada yada yada. But even that was only until 5 in the evening. It had become dark, and I was forced out of the classrooms as all the teachers were going home. The middle of winter. Even if it was only 5, the surroundings really had darkened. The weather report had predicted snow for that day, and the cold was extra harsh. And so, just when I had decided to head straight home for the day, I heard a banging sound from the old shed, and I went to check things out. Is anyone in there? I asked, and I heard the voices of several female students in reply from inside the shed. They had been trapped in there for 2 hours. While packing up the club equipment, they had closed the door because of the cold, and now it wouldn't open again. They couldn't open the door no matter what, and wanted me to call one of the teachers for help. But the teachers had all gone home. Even if I were to call them now on the phone, it would at least take another hour. The cold on that day was truly terrible. And the kind of cold that should have prompted snow. I thought it would be cruel to leave those girls stuck in the shed wearing only their PE uniforms for another hour. Yeah, that wouldn't be pleasant. After some hesitation and confirming that no one else was around, I took off my glasses and cut the line on the shed door. The door opened, and about 5 female students, eyes red from crying, poured out. Come to think of it, there was something like that. But I'm surprised you know about it. She was there. The captain of the trapped badminton club told me, "This has to do with the club's survival, so don't tell anyone else." It was almost like she was threatening me. Oh, Tono-kun! You had no interest in knowing who was trapped inside there, did you? Listen, I was one of those badminton club members. Yumizuka sounds like she's pouting. So in other words... I still remember it well. When I think about it now, I was only being trapped inside a shed. But at the time, it was cold and dark, and I was really worried. Everyone thought we were going to freeze to death like that. My stomach was growling from hunger, too. I was just about to collapse. It must have been rough. I can't really empathize with her, so I give a half-hearted response. Unconcerned, Yumizuka continues her recollections, bringing up old events anew. And just when everyone was trembling, came along and asked, "Is anyone there?" In your usual unexcited voice. And then the captain got angry and shouted, "Can't you tell just by looking? Do you remember?" Yeah, I remember. There was a loud bang when she threw a bat at the door. I was really surprised. That's right, Yumizuka says, laughing. But when we heard all the teachers had gone home, we really lost all hope. We couldn't stand being there for even a minute longer, yet we had to face the prospect of being trapped until the next day. Just when we were thinking about how miserable the world was, you knocked on the door and said, "I might be able to open the door if you can keep it a secret." Yeah. And then I heard another bang, and someone said if it opened that easily, we wouldn't be suffering in here. Oh. So me getting in Arkwood's route was kinda not a good thing? I guess. I mean, well, yeah. I mean, it doesn't really matter, I suppose. She was really angry. Yeah, the captain felt responsible for getting us trapped, so she didn't have much patience to spare. But soon after that, the door opened. Everyone was happy that the captain's knocking with the bat must have worked, and ran outside. But I was watching you aimlessly stand by the door. Yumizuka looks at me warmly. But that only troubles me. But to me, it meant nothing, so I can't really appreciate her gratitude. I was crying really hard at that time. My eyes just felt like they were swelling up and they looked terrible. What do you think you said when you saw me like that? I don't know. What did I say? I really don't remember, so I asked as if it was something someone else had done. Despite this, Yumizuka still looks at me happily. You put your hand on my head and said, "Hurry up and go home and eat some ozoni." Hang on, I think I looked it up last time, but I forgot again. What the hell is ozoni? Ozoni... Japanese soup containing... yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure I looked it up last time, but, you know, I don't remember. I was a little embarrassed because I was trembling so much from the cold. I knit my brows. I don't know what I meant back then. I think you meant for me to warm up my body by having some ozoni. I see. It was right after New Year's, after all. That does sound like this kind of stupid thing I would say. Now that it's put to me like this, I regret not having picked something better to say. Back then, I thought there were plenty of reliable people at school. But if I ever really need to be saved, it'll be someone like Tonokun who saves me. You're exaggerating. Look, it's like how a baby chick thinks the first human it meets is its mother. It's a bit rude. Yeah. I just happened to help you. I really should stop having my phone right underneath the microphone, or at least turn off the notification sounds. Just fucking Zelda audio playing right beneath the microphone. That's not true. Ever since then, I really believe that you come and help me no matter what the problem was. Her expression is quite resolute. I don't know about that. You're giving me too much credit, Yumizuki-san. I'm not that reliable of a person. It's alright. That's what I believe, so let me keep believing it. She pronounced this while staring straight at me, and I'm too embarrassed to offer a rebuttal. Well, I guess you can believe what you want. Isn't that right? So if I'm ever in a pinch, you'll come and help me, right? Seeing as how you disappeared without a trace in the last two routes and you were never seen again, even in the epilogue of Ciel's route, I must say we didn't do that. Yeah. Yumizuka asked me, smiling. To be honest, that would be kind of troubling. Despite what she thinks, I'm not the sort of guy who can do everything. I'm not, but when she faces me with that smile, I don't want to destroy that faith she has in me. Yeah. If it's within my power, I'll help you.
Yep. Thank you, Tona-kun. I know it's a bit late to say this, but I was really happy because of what you said to me back then.
Saying that, Yumizuka suddenly stops. Naturally, I stop too.
I've always wanted to talk with you like this, Tona-kun.
Somewhere in her voice was a hint of wistfulness. Perhaps it's because of the red light from the sunset, but somehow, Yumizuka looks lonely. What do you mean? You can talk to me anytime.
No, I can't. Inui-kun is always around you, and besides, I can't become someone like you, Tona-kun.
With that reserved answer, Yumizuka draws away from me.
Well, my house is this way, so I'll see you tomorrow at school. Bye-bye.
Smiling, Yumizuka waves her hand and begins walking down another street. She really is very suspicious. Very, very suspicious. I walk along a different path than the one I usually take. Passing through unfamiliar streets, I slowly approach the Tono Mansion. The surroundings aren't completely unfamiliar. After all, I had lived here until I was 9 years old, 8 years ago. Yeah, I mean, it feels like there's something weird going on, I don't know. This isn't the first time I've taken this path back to the mansion. My feelings are a little complex. The path was nostalgic, yet fresh. Up until just now, I had not looked forward to returning to the Tono household. Now it doesn't seem so bad. Okay, from here, I'm assuming this is, yeah, I'm just progress next choice. And, like I mentioned about 8 years ago, those 8 years are long memories at the time have largely faded. But sort of that, there's one thing that even now continues to burn strongly within my heart, and that is my little sister, AKIHA. Fuck! No, you know what I should've made a save. And I should have kept that save. Because I could just pick up from there instantly for Hisui and Kohaku. Fuck. Well, too late now. I don't know, man. You never know. You never know what could happen in her route in the remake, in the part 2 of the remake. You know, so there could be some suspicious stuff going on. Plus, the way she words stuff and like, I can't be like it's. I don't know, man. She definitely seems not entirely like a normal girl. I don't know. There's definitely something going on. Apparently, AKIHA tried to visit me a few times when I first was entrusted to the Arimas. Unfortunately, we were never able to meet because I had to go to the hospital every day. I mean, I've seen like what all of the different options up to that point have anyway, so I can literally just hit skip from every point on and just. Yeah, so it's really it'll take me like 5-6 minutes to get back there anyway, so it doesn't really matter, I guess, but unfortunately, we were never able to meet because I had to go to the hospital every day. We completely lost contact after AKIHA went to a boarding school. Unlike AKIHA, I'm isolated from the main family. Okay. It's too hot to be wearing a sweater all day anymore. That's why I can live freely like this. My high school was just an average high school, and our chance of contact was pretty much zero. My old man died, and I received word telling me to come back. To be blunt, I had no intention whatsoever of returning to the Tono house. But Aki is at that house. Yeah. When we were children, AKIHA was an obedient child, always looking frightened, as if she were constantly enduring something. She would always follow close behind, her footsteps pattering behind me. She was frail, and her long black hair and fancy Western clothes made her resemble a French doll. I'm worried about her living all alone in that big mansion with the old man gone. But more than anything, I feel guilty after pushing all the Tono family responsibilities on her and selfishly living a free life by myself. Well, the old man didn't really give you a choice, to be fair. So it's not like you could help it. Perhaps my acceptance to return to the mansion is like my apology to AKIHA. Probably. The Tono mansion is unnecessarily big. Is this all gonna be the same up until I decide not to go, check out the dogs barking? I mean, it's AKIHA's route, so I should probably just go through it. Yeah, I probably should. Okay. Surrounded by iron railings, you could say the entire lot's abnormally expansive, being so large that a whole elementary school could fit inside. The garden, surrounded by trees, is more like a forest. The mansion is at the heart of that forest, and there are a few other buildings separated from it. I didn't think anything of it when I was a child, but now that I have lived in an ordinary household for 8 years, the excessive size feels almost criminal. The gates aren't locked. I push them open and head towards the mansion doors. They tower oppressively, bearing down on any visitors. Beside the iron double doors is an unmatching doorbell. Alright. Shaking off my nervousness, I press it. There isn't any affectionate ding-dong chime from the doorbell. I've got a theory. Hisui and Kohaku have the buzzers for the doorbell implanted in their brains. Then, the sound of pattering footsteps behind the door indicates someone's presence.
We've been waiting for you.
The door opens with a creak. Inside lay the lobby I remembered, and a young girl in an apron.
Thank goodness. You're so late I was beginning to worry that you'd gotten lost. I was thinking about going out to meet you if you hadn't arrived by sunset.
The girl in the anachronistic apron smiles warmly. No, that's, I'm so taken aback by her outdated mode of dress that I can't even form a proper sentence. Perhaps attributing my hesitance to distrust, the girl tilts her head a little.
You're Shiki-sama, aren't you?
Yeah, but you don't have to call me Sama.
You are, right? Oh, please don't scare me like that. I was beginning to think I'd made another mistake back there.
The girl's mannerisms are like those of a mother scolding her child. But in spite of that, there's a smile on her face, and it doesn't break the warm feeling about her. She wears an apron over her kimono. She comes out to greet guests and addresses someone like me with Sama. This must mean that she's... are you one of the maids here by any chance? The girl answers my question with nothing but a smile. Jeez, she's wearing a maid outfit, Japanese maid outfit, and is greeting you in a giant mansion that was owned by the CEO of a big company. I wonder...
Come, you must be tired. Please do come in. AKIHA-sama's waiting for you in the sitting room.
The girl quickly crosses the lobby and heads towards the sitting room. Turning back as if she just remembered something, she makes a bow, a full smile on her face.
Welcome home, Shiki-sama.
Her greeting is accompanied by her flower-like smile. I can't think of any reply, so I just follow her hesitatingly. Guided by the girl, I head to the sitting room. It's as if I'm seeing it for the first time. I don't know if I've forgotten about it in the last 8 years, or they had it refurbished since then. I don't know. Either way, it feels like someone else's house now, and it's unsettling. As I'm looking around the sitting room, the maid in the apron lowers her head in a quick bow.
I've brought Shiki-sama with me.
Uno momento.
Well done. You may return to the kitchen, Kawaku. Thank you.
Okay, man, now I've got the voices fucked up, god damn it. It seems that maid's name is Kohaku. Kohaku-san gives a small bow as if to say farewell and leaves the sitting room. This leaves me and 2 girls I don't recognize. Wow.
It has been a long time, Nissan.
Says the girl with the long black hair and sharp eyes. All my thought processes stop at once. My mind goes blank and I can't think of any words of greeting. All I can do is nod with a yeah. I don't think it can be helped. This AKIHA that I had not seen in 8 years is not the AKIHA I remember. She's completely transformed into a proper young lady of a noble family.
Nissan.
The black-haired girl tilts her head slightly. Pathetically, all I can say are dumb-sounding things. My mind is turning in somersaults as I try to recognize the girl before me as AKIHA, but it seems like AKIHA already recognizes me as her brother.
You do not look well. Would you like to rest before we talk?
AKIHA throws a sharp glance in my direction. Is it just my imagination that she looks like she's in a bad mood? No, I'm alright. I was just surprised at how much you've changed, AKIHA.
People do change over the course of 8 years, Nissan. We are at an age of change. Or did you think we would remain as we were forever?
What is this? Yeah, see, she wanted him back, but her greeting him like this... Like, I understand that she wanted to, like, lay down that there were ground rules to living at the mansion. But, like, she could have been a little nicer. I don't know. Like, she didn't have to be this rude. I can feel the thorns in AKIHA's words. No, you've definitely changed, AKIHA. You've become more beautiful than before. That isn't flattery. It's how I really feel. And...
Indeed. But you, on the other hand, have not changed much at all.
AKIHA answers coldly, her eyes closed. I bet she's she's totally just assumed right in doing this to stop from, like, seeming too happy. She's probably jazzed on the inside.
Like, yes.
Like, she's probably closing her eyes to, like, keep a smile down. It's like because that's a technique, you know? Like, you close your eyes to, like, help, yeah, you know. Well, I can't prepare for something like this. It's as I had thought. It seems AKIHA does not think well of me.
If you're feeling well, let us finish our conversation. You have yet to hear the details about why you were called back here, Nissan.
I've heard nothing more than a son come back to the mansion, though I found out the old man passed away on the papers. If the head of a major company dies, it definitely makes it on the financial papers. Word of Tono Makihisa's death reached his son, Tonoshiki, via the newspaper after the funeral. Even though his relatives hadn't told him, this disinherited son could pick up news of his father's death merely by buying a 100 yen newspaper. Yeah, that's a bit cold. It might be cynical of me to say so, but the world has certainly become a convenient place. Yeah.
I am sorry. It was my fault that you didn't, they did not get the news about father.
AKIHA quietly lowers her head. It's alright. Either way, it's not like he would come back from the dead if I win. It's not something you should be worried about.
I am sorry. It is somewhat comforting to hear you say that.
Akiha's face is serious, but this isn't a topic I care much about. A funeral is a ceremony for those who cannot let go of their feelings for the deceased to achieve such detachment. For someone like me who cut off such feelings a long time ago, there's no need.
Calling you back here was my idea. It would be odd for the eldest son of the Tonos to be entrusted to the Arimas forever. Now that father has passed away, the only Tonos by blood are you and I, Nissan. I don't know what father was thinking when he entrusted you to the Arimas, but he's no longer with us, so there's no longer any need for you to live with them. That is why I had you come back here.
That's all well and good, but I'm quite surprised you're able to get our relatives to agree to this. Wasn't it they who came up with the idea of leaving me with the Arimas in the first place?
That may be so, but now I am the head of the Tono family. I declined every one of the proposals from our relatives. I would like you to continue living here, Nissan, but this is a place with rules. You will avoid living over the casual lifestyle you've been leading up until now.
Okay, see, you made it. You had him come here to protect him from Shiki, or Shiki capitalized. Like, you being this way, I feel like defeats the purpose, because he'll want to go out because you're being overly, like, controlling. Like, I don't know. I know I've talked about this before, but it still makes her decisions, other than bring him back to the mansion, of course, yeah, protect him, absolutely, but like the rest of her decisions surrounding it make zero sense. And I also have to wonder if Hisui and Kohaku are aware of capitalized Shiki, because like especially Kohaku is very avid about him not going out and siding with AKIHA on that front. So it really, I don't know, it really begs the question if they know or not. Obviously, I don't want to know that until I, play their roots. I'm afraid that isn't going to happen, AKIHA. There's no way I can go back to being some well-mannered gentleman now. Not that I want to.
I'll not ask more of you, but do try to. Are you saying you're unable to do what I already have?
AKIHA shoots me a cold look. It feels like she's hitting me with her grudge against me for leaving her here for the last 8 years. Yeah, maybe. Alright, I get it. I'll try my best. AKIHA just stares at me as if she doesn't quite believe me. Maybe she doesn't. Maybe she doesn't.
You do not need to try as long as you get the results.
Her pose is dignified, her words merciless.
Let's go back to the topic.
Okay.
Right now, you and I are the only ones living here. I do not care for having too many people around, so I cleared everyone out.
Eh? Hold on a second, AKIHA. You cleared everyone out?
You wouldn't want to run into one of our relatives in the mansion, would you, Nissan? I have put off most of the servants, but there are enough for you and I, so there are no problems.
Wait, no problems? You're going to get attacked at our family meeting if you do something like that. True.
Oh, please be quiet. Rather than have the mansion overflowing with people, wouldn't you feel more relaxed with just the two of us here?
Well, it's true that I'd feel relaxed, but you've only just become the head of the family, AKIHA. If you go around abusing your powers like some kind of dictator, our relatives are not going to keep quiet. True. Even the old man didn't go against our opinions.
Indeed. That's why father entrusted you to the Arimas. I, on the other hand, have despised them ever since I was a child. I am not going to put up with their whining any longer.
Not going to put up with... Look, AKIHA.
Enough. Just listen. You don't have to worry about me. Please, just worry about your own life from now on, Nissan. I can see it's going to be difficult for you in many ways.
AKIHA says sullenly, looking away a little.
Now then, if there's anything you don't understand, ask her, Hisui.
She looks at the girl standing by her side. The girl called Hisui bows expressionlessly.
This is Hisui. She'll be your personal maid from now on. Is that acceptable with you?
Eh? Hold on. Personal maid? Now... I'm not sure if I asked this before, but are we talking like personal maid as in like 1800s maid where the maids did literally anything? Like what kind of maid are we talking? Like we never saw anything of that sort in the other two routes, but you know, since we'll be around the house more in this route, I assume. Yeah, you never know.
In other words, she's your servant.
AKIHA declares as if it were obvious. I can't believe it. Fitting with the western style of the house, the girl in the maid outfit stands there as if it's natural to do so. Hold on. I'm not a kid, you know. I don't need a servant. I can take care of myself.
Would that include the cooking and the laundry?
Erg. AKIHA's pretty sharp at pointing these things out. Damn.
At any rate, now that you've returned to this house, you will obey my directions. I don't know how you lived at the Arima house, but you're living at the Tono house now. Please accept everything given to you.
Oh, let's pack it up, boys. I can't say anything, and I drift my eyes towards Hisui. As expected, she simply looks back at me expressionlessly like a doll. Well then, Hisui?
Well then, Hisui, please show Nissan to his room. Yes, my lady.
Hisui approaches me with a shadow-like lack of presence.
I will guide you to your room, Shiki-sama.
Hisui heads towards the lobby. Sighing, I head off towards the lobby as well. We enter the lobby. This mansion is split into east and west wings with the lobby in the middle. From here, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna skip through this, because, again, we've already seen it, and it has nothing to do with AKIHA. When we get to Hisui's route, I'll look at it again, but for now... Yeah, I'm gonna skip it. Cause like, I'm gonna end up seeing it when I do Hisui's route anyway. So I don't want to see it 2 times in a row. Okay, and from here, I believe it's the right answer should be go and talk to AKIHA. I would think. Go to the sitting room and talk. Ah, but we saw this in Ciel's route, so this is gonna. Yeah, let's talk to AKIHA. When I get to the sitting room, AKIHA's relaxing there alone. There's no sign of Kohaku-san or Hisui. There are 2 teacups on the table and AKIHA's using one of them.
Oh? Do you drink tea after meals too, Nissan?
No, nothing like that. I just thought I'd come and talk to you. My expression tells you I'll go away if I'm bothering you.
Then please sit down. Is tea alright for you?
Sure. I'll have anything that's nice. I think the stream probably got a little bit delayed. Because, you saying talk to AKIHA came through just now, like a minute and a half later, or like a minute later. Same thing with skip. actually prefer Japanese tea, but I'll keep that bit of selfishness to myself. AKIHA takes the teapot and pours transparent red tea into another teacup. Thank you. I sit on the sofa and raise the teacup to my mouth. Before my eyes is the cool and collected AKIHA, and it makes me a bit uneasy. I came to talk to her, but to be honest, I really don't know what to say now that she's in front of me.
Nissan, you're very quiet. Didn't you come to talk to me?
AKIHA stares. The atmosphere is not so much that of a younger sister, but more like that of an unfamiliar young lady. I mean, kinda is. It's not one in which I can speak freely. Well, I was just wondering what you've been doing for the past 8 years.
It goes without saying. With Nissan not around, Father's attention turns solely to me.
AKIHA glares in complaint. AKIHA glares in complaint. Seems the last 8 years are a taboo subject.
And what about you? What have you been doing for 8 years? I sent many letters but didn't receive a single reply.
I choke involuntarily. Certainly AKIHA sent many letters. But I never replied. I was a poor correspondent, but at the bottom of my heart, I wanted to sever all links with the Tono Mansion, and that made me reluctant to write to AKIHA.
Well, don't worry about the letters. Even if you had answered, I'm sure Father would never have allowed the replies into the house. More importantly, how do you feel returning to the mansion for the first time in 8 years? It has changed very little, though there was some restoration work done.
In spite of AKIHA's words, the mansion still feels completely unknown to me. Yeah. Being gone for, forever, does that to you. 8 years ago, I was just a child. Even if I remember the mansion a little, I feel like I'm in someone else's house, and it's very unsettling.
Nissan?
No, I just lost in thought for a moment. You see this mansion's changed very little, but it's pretty unsettling for me. Though the sitting room and the lobby are kind of familiar, I can't really remember the corridor, nor my room. It's still kind of fucked up they put him in, capitalized Shiki's room. Right? Because I'm pretty sure in Ciel's room when he locked himself up and was like, trying to fight Roa, he said that this was Shiki's room. Capitalized. So it's kind of weird they put him in that room instead of whatever room he actually stayed in. I don't know.
I guess 8 years is a long time.
I guess that's it. Nope. It's like half my life so far. I can't really expect to have clear memories. Yeah. Well, it's been 8 years, so it doesn't feel right, but I think I'll get used to it. I'll be thankful if you overlook my poor manners for a while.
Please don't be ridiculous. I can hardly look any more leniently upon Nissan's manners more than I do already.
Ugh, that was close. I almost sprayed the tea I was drinking. At supper, AKIHA's look sent me into a cold sweat after all I did was use the wrong knife. I see. You were being lenient back then.
Yes. I am making concessions appropriate to your abilities. Nissan has been brought up by the Arimas after all. As Keiko comes from a branch family, a certain amount of laissez-faire was permitted, and she was spoiled, Nissan. The result is a supper we had a while ago.
Well, it can't be helped, can it? We never really thought I'd be returning here.
Is that so? You almost sound like you didn't want to return, Nissan.
Don't be stupid, it's not like that. I may have had my doubts, but I couldn't just leave you alone here, could I? What kind of brother would I be then? Yes, that's the reason I returned. If it weren't for AKIHA, I would never have returned. Since I heard almost nothing for almost 8 years, I came back to the mansion because I was worried about you. Looking a little off to the side, I put my honest feelings into words.
Well then,
But I guess I was just worrying over nothing. In the past 8 years, you seem to have grown strong. I'm relieved, but a little disappointed. No, it is saying too little. Since I only had the image of the calm AKIHA back when she was small, the sharp AKIHA right now seems like a different person.
Really? I'm sorry I didn't mean Nissan's expectations.
AKIHA's eyes are scary. Crap, I think I may have said too much again. Maybe just tiny bit, you know. Just...
Well then, Nissan, how is life at the Arima residence?
AKIHA asks, still with the frightening expression. I feel like I'm under terrible pressure, even though I'm only talking to my younger sister.
Nissan, did you hear what I said?
I heard. Life at the Arimas, right? It was normal. There were no real problems. Seems it was more suited for me living there too.
That's not what it meant. How is your health? I have heard you collapsed a lot from your chronic anemia.
Yeah, I did for about a year after I left the hospital, but I'm okay now. I only have problems occasionally, about once a month. I'm certainly not frail enough to be worried about. Bluffing, I strike my chest with its scar. AKIHA nods in serious assent.
But Nissan, you've also started wearing glasses. After going to the hospital, did your eyesight failed also?
I see. AKIHA doesn't know I wear glasses or why I wear them. I can't just explain the lines along which things break, but that they don't appear when I wear these glasses. Yeah, that... you'll have to tell her eventually. Well, it's nothing. My eyes became a little strange after the accident. But it's not like my eyesight's gone bad, so it's not really a serious problem. Yeah...
Really? I was surprised when I saw you a while ago. I didn't know you had started wearing glasses, Nissan.
Really? You seemed pretty calm back then.
Of course. I was meeting you for the first time in 8 years. I couldn't let you see me acting strange.
AKIHA's brow creases solemnly.
AKIHA-sama, the bath is ready. What should I do? Really? Thank you, Kohaku. I'll go soon, so go ahead. Is that alright? After all, you're relaxing with Shiki-sama. Shiki-sama might run away, but the bath won't. Please relax a little longer. It's fine. We weren't talking about anything important anyways.
Harsh. AKIHA stands and walks past Kohaku-san into the lobby. Kohaku-san follows AKIHA. Left alone in the sitting room, I finish the tea. AKIHA and Kohaku-san seem to be heading to the bath, so I guess I'll go back to my room. Hang on. AKIHA and Kohaku-san aren't going to take a bath together, are they? Yeah? I mean, I know I've seen this before, but still, yeah? No, I bet they are. Then maybe Kohaku-san would be washing her back? Of course, with another girl, that's no problem, but...
Well, you're free to mention whatever you wish, Nissan, but...
AKIHA returns with amazing timing. But we weren't saying it aloud. How did you hear it? How do you know? He probably had a stupid look on his face.
Don't force Hisui to do stupid things. Unlike Kohaku, she doesn't really get jokes.
AKIHA looks accusingly as if she sees my thoughts. Yeah. I'm surprised. Maybe this mansion has some listening devices. Maybe. Wait, what are you doing back here? Weren't you taking the bath with Kohaku-san?
I forgot to tell you something about the bath. Nissan, the large bathroom we used for a long time ago isn't used anymore. It would be too much for Hisui and Kohaku to take care of, so it has been closed up.
large bathroom? Was there such a place? I splutter a bit. Unable to remember, I make a doubtful face. Akiha's brows knit terribly.
The bath in the courtyard. You don't even remember that?
Well, now that she mentions it, I guess there was such a thing.
But
this is a European-style mansion. Isn't such a thing a little out of place?
Father half liked the Japanese style of architecture. That is why the detached building is Japanese style as well. Anyway, if you want to have a bath, please use your own. The second bathroom behind the lobby is yours, Nissan.
With that, AKIHA leaves. Alright. With AKIHA gone, there's no point in staying in the sitting room. I'll have a bath too and return to my room. When I return to my room, my bed's been made. I guess Hisui did it when I was gone. I'm glad she did, but it's really more than I deserve. I scratch my cheek. Then...
Are you there, Shiki-sama?
I can hear Hisui's voice along with the knock at the door. Yeah, I'm here. Come in.
Excuse me.
Good evening. Thanks for making my bed, Hisui. Hisui quietly nods in acceptance. Just as I thought. I'm not used to this. Is there anything else you want to tell me?
No, no, nothing from me. But AKIHA-sama has instructed me to answer any questions you may have.
I see. There are many things I want to ask, but I'll probably get to know them as I continue to live here. Yeah. What I want to know right now before I sleep is it true that the curfew here is 7?
Yes. The main gate is locked at 7, and all the entrances to the mansion are to be locked at 8. It is also a rule that one must try not to go walking around in the mansion after 10.
Not even walking around in the mansion? Well, I've got no complaint with that. Isn't that kind of harsh? AKIHA and I aren't children, so I don't think you have to go that far.
Indeed. It is a rule, however, so please abide by it. You are aware of the recent disturbances tonight, are you not, Shiki-sama?
Yeah. Yeah, that vampire thing Arhiko was talking about. Well, as long as something like that is happening, I guess it's better to be safe than sorry. Yeah. What else? Oh, do you mind if I ask you if I ask you an off-topic question?
Yes, what is it?
I'd like to know what kind of work you and Kawaku-san do around here. Okay, I'm gonna skip this, cause yeah, it's pretty much the same thing as before. Yeah, he grabs her shoulder because he forgot to ask something. She slaps it away, yada yada yada. He feels bad. Etc. etc. Okay. Save. And here. And, I mean, go to sleep is the obvious choice, but... yeah, I'll see what happens when we go to sleep. I was thinking about maybe stopping here and picking up after dinner, but dinner's not for another, like, 2 hours, so... I can go for a bit longer. The howling continues. There's no way I can sleep like this. I can't sleep, but that's just normal. I'm sleepy, so I'll pass. Pulling the sheets over me, I stretch out on the bed. I can just think of the howling as the sound of something mundane as cars driving by on the street. Today's been a very long day. Yeah. I'm mentally tired from eating dinner in this unfamiliar mansion and my conversations with AKIHA and everyone else. After all that, the howling is just background noise. I close my eyes and gently fall asleep. I think I just heard something. Half awake, I look at the clock. It's just past 2. It's been about 2 hours since I heard the dogs howling. The dogs howling has already stopped. The mansion is so quiet I can hear the clock ticking in the silence. Huh? I hear it again. Inside the mansion, from the lobby? Could it be a burglar? It's not impossible. The mansion's contents are outrageously valuable. Yeah, but I bet, like, actually no, if Kohaku knew Kung Fu, actually wait, Kung Fu is like not really even karate or something, she probably would have stopped. Well, I mean, no, but Shiki was part vampire, so he probably was stronger than her, so I don't know. But yeah, I'm referring to the bad scene in Sales Route. The mansion's contents are outrageously valuable. On top of that, with no one here now except Kohaku-san, Hisui, AKIHA, and myself, it's very insecure. Getting out of bed, I slip out of the room quietly. Honestly, it's impressive that he can hear walking around in the lobby from his room. That's actually pretty impressive. If it's a burglar, AKIHA and everyone will be in danger, so I can't let this one go. I'll just look down from the second floor into the lobby. That should be safe enough. There's nothing wrong there. No, someone's there. The figure that enters from the entrance and crosses the lobby with wobbling uncertain steps is Aki? Huh? She's not going to her own room on the second floor, but to the first floor of the West Wing. Zombie? The only thing there are Kohaku-san's room and my old man's room. What's she doing at this time of night? I can murmur all I want, but I won't be getting any answers. After gazing at the lobby for a while, I decide to return to my room. Huh. Well, she probably has something to do, or went to see Kohaku-san. Yeah. I feel bad about sneaking around and watching her, and I don't want to just ask her about everything she does. Sleep, sleep. There's school tomorrow. I bury myself in bed and close my eyes. Probably going to have a nighttime rendezvous with Kohaku or something. You know, take up from where they left off in the bath. Something like that. Ahem. My thoughts keep returning over and over to AKIHA's hollow-eyed figure in the lobby, and how something seemed wrong. Inversion Impulse 2. Uh-huh. Well, that was weird. But, yeah, I think I'm gonna stop there for now. Like I said, I'm probably gonna pick up again after I eat dinner and stream at my usual time. But because I'm slowly running out of time to get through the game, I wanted to get a second session today in early. But yeah, I had to finish editing a video and then eat dinner, so I gotta do that. And yeah, but yeah, I'll pick up again later tonight at usual time. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later. Peace.